What's going on, everyone? We're on the way to pick up the sled, get the trailer, there it is in the back. We're cruising up with Zeke to Delta, shout out Delta. So we're gonna pick the sled up, go home, unload it, and then I'm gonna do some installation of the LINQ accessories that I have on it. So stay tuned and subscribe. Here she is, everyone. Don't mind that toilet paper on the sled. Take care of that in a second. So yeah, she's all back. And here we are, sitting on the wrong way, but the sled's back. I picked it up today. I have a list of things that I got done to it. So I want to go over what I got done to it and what it needed. Basically, so it can lead me to the next part of the video, which I'm going to be installing these LINQ brackets on. So, as many of you know, I bought this sled about it's probably 2 weeks ago. And I didn't have the time with everything else going on and a lot of expertise to do everything the sled needed. So I took it right to the Delta Power and Seaforth, and they were great to deal with. They had this sled done in about a week and a half. So I'm just going to go over everything that I got done to it and what it needed. Keep into consideration some of the things that this sled needed was a result because it was sitting for 2 years. It wasn't really driven for very long. It's 2015 with 2,000 miles, so it hasn't been driven a whole lot in the past few years. It hasn't been on the trail since 2018. So it needed a few things because of that. They checked the intake system. They replaced several wheel bearings and noisy idler bearings. They did the fuel treatment. And they changed the chain case with synthetic chain case oil. I asked them to install dual carbides on them because the front carbides were kind of shit. Like a lot of these sleds come with just like singles, and I love dual carbide. And this is what I wanted to get put on the sled, so they put those on. That was like $200 bucks. There were some exhaust gaskets missing and some bolts missing from the manifold, so they replaced those and fixed that gasket. What else did we get done here? So there's a few screws that need to be replaced, a couple gaskets. The tail light harness was chewed by a mouse, and there was a few other mouse nests and stuff in the sled, which is just crazy and disgusting. So they had to take off the fuel tank to access the lighting wire and harness to the back of the sled. So the light's now working in the back of the sled after getting all that shit with the mice cleaned up. Just terrible. So this far we got the idler wheels replaced, light all fixed up, chain case changed, new carbides on. What else we got here? Yeah, I wanted a new key made. I only got with one key, I wanted a spare key. So I got a second key programmed and made. And all springs now set to 1. Yeah, I got the torsion springs changed and the loads on them because the guy that was driving this before was a bit of a bigger guy, and I wanted it to be a bit lighter. As I was driving around here 2 or 3 videos ago, go check out the first rip I had on it. I liked it, but I said in the video that I think it needs new carbides because the front end felt heavier and it didn't turn as well. So in order to fix that, anyone else watching this with a similar sled, with these sleds, first and foremost, I put new carbides on just because it'll handle better in general. And it will also help that the front head, when the sled is feeling heavy at the front, what will help that is adjusting the loads on the springs. So the front springs and the rear torsion spring onto the track got adjusted and now set to 1 instead of 2 to compensate for my weight and to get the seats to feel a bit lighter on the front. So it was about $800 bucks with labor and everything. Again, I want all the fluids changed, inspected, and installed. So this thing's going to be ready to rip now. It also had, they adjusted the chain tension, they checked all the electrical components, the intake boots, the cooling system, they checked over the fan belt, they checked over the oil pump, and they checked all the codes, all the electric systems, the ski, shock, drive belt, brake system. They checked over the sliders, track, ball joints, carbides, everything. It's also a good starting point since I bought this sled to have a starting point in terms of papers and what I get done to it for future years. Taking into consideration a lot of this work needed on the sled because it hadn't been driven so long as a result of the mouse nest in there, so that's super fun. What else we got? The exhaust gaskets were leaking, so they replaced a few of those. Yeah. Overall, it's going to be mint condition and ready to frickin' rip and tear it up. I like to do this on sleds. You don't really know how the last one treated them always. In this case, it's been sitting. I think the owner treated it well, but it's been sitting for a while. So now I'm going to install the LINQ bag on the back. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. There's going to be weekly videos made, everything snowmobile related. So lots of trips coming up. Hopefully we get more snow for that, but still lots of sled videos coming up for sure. And we're gonna go on 2 or 3 trips in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So some big things coming. Stay tuned. Again, I need to get all this stuff done with the sled before I take it up there, because it's not a good idea to take a sled up there you just bought without getting inspected and looked over. So it's ready to rip now. It's gonna be solid for the year. And I'm gonna put the stuff on it and see you in a second. This is approximately what the Skidoo bag will look like. What do we got here? The battery pack for the sled to charge it. And I have 2 sets of brackets, so I'm going to give one of mine to a friend, 1 set of brackets to a friend of mine that he might want an extra pair of brackets. Skidoo oil and new permanent I'm going to slap on the front of the sled. So basically how these work is, there's this bracket here, and the bolt goes through the bottom, and there's a bolt that goes in the top, and you just screw these 2 bolts together. You screw these 2 bolts together. Now, my holes are pre-drilled on my tunnel, yours may not be, but it's pretty simple. You just have to get the screwdrivers for both sides. This is a 16 mil, and this one is something off the hex set. So anyways, screwing these together, and then the tunnel's in between them, so it just tightens up. And this is tight on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side, and make sure obviously to do this, you have the brackets, 2 screws for each, sorry, 4 pieces total for each bracket, and the holes are drilled in your tunnel. All right, everyone. So I have both of these installed. I think and hope the proper way. So we're gonna try that. And there we have it. She is on, nice and snug, figured it out. Bag is on, mint. So now when I'm sledding up north, I can carry some clothes, some tools, some oil, and that way I have everything I need with the gas and now the LINQ bag. We're set to go. So thank you everyone that's watched this video. Super pumped to have that on there. Now of course we got the LINQ bag, fuel caddy, the sled is ready to go. It looks pretty sharp, and I can't wait to get on the trails. Next couple of videos we're going to be sledding with it hopefully, and then picking up a 2021 free ride from the dealer. So extremely pumped with this thing, and yeah, couldn't ask for a better sled. Maybe do a bit of a cold start here. Let me go grab the key quick. Cha-cha-cha-cha, I got the key. Put the ignition on. 3, 2, 1. There she is. Thanks everyone. Subscribe for more videos and more Skidoo. If you love Skidoo, subscribe. Thanks for all the love and support this far. And hit me in the comments. I'll respond to your comment. Let me know what you guys think of it, what I should do to it next, and I'll respond to your comment. See you guys.